Hi everyone, I hope that all of you are doing really great. So in the previous session what we have seen is how and what are the different types of data types and how to define them, and then what are the classes, how to write basic program structure and all these things, and I hope that that thing is totally clear to you. So in today's session what we will be learning is how to take input from the user and how to make our code user friendly, because whenever we write a code that should be user friendly and user can interact with it, like if you don't write a code that user can't access that, then the code is not so much useful, because we want to write the code which is like user friendly. And like if we take a simple example, like why we have to write code that is user friendly and user interactive. Like if you make a program for calculator and user can't actually input the data, so how the program will be useful to the user if he can't input the data? So for that thing we have to write code that are user friendly and user can interact with it. So if you if you have seen the previous video, we have seen different data types and different variables. So now we will be understanding how to take input from user of different data types. So let's just see that how to take the input. Now if I open the previous code, now this is the code which I have written for the previous class, and it is the different data types and printing them. So I will first of all create a new file and I will write it that input from user, and then I will give a dot Java extension because it is a Java code. Now you can see that a basic class has already came in front of us, because now this is the basic class code. Now it is already created by the code editor VS Code. So inside this class you can see the name of the class is input from user, and inside this class what we have to do is first of all we have to define a main function, because in case to write anything functionable or what we want to execute anything, we have to write it inside the main function, because it is an object oriented programming language. So first I will write public static void main, and inside this I will pass the string args as a parameter, string arg, and now I am giving a comment here that is code. Now inside this we can write anything, like it will be functional. Now first of all what we have to do is we have to take a scanner class to take the input. Now scanner class we don't have to define by ourselves, because scanner class, this class is already defined and we have to simply import it. And for importing it there is a package name with which is known as utils. So for that we have to write a single line of code to import it. I will write here import at the top of the class, that is import java dot utils, then dot star, and then a semicolon. Now this is the code line that is to import the util class, and inside this utils there are different classes which we can use actually in our code, and this is really powerful. So we don't have to write the class to take the import, we have to simply import that class here. Now I am giving the comment here taking input. Now I will write the scanner class, so I will write here scanner. Then you can also understand this thing as a variable data type, that is scanner. Then I will define the variable, that is I will simply give it sc to make it understand, like scanner sc, it is like easy. Then I will give equal to sign and I will write new. Like to define a class we simply write like in this manner, I will write new scanner and then I will give a bracket. Now in this error is coming, you can see this is because we have to pass the parameter like what we are wanting with this class. So to take the input we have to simply write system dot in, like to take the output as we have written, means to print the output we have written system dot out dot print. Now to take the input we have to simply write system dot in. So I will write here system dot in. Now this thing will take the input. Now we can use this sc variable anywhere in our code to take the input from the user. Now our code is ready for our scanner class. Now I will simply first of all write a print statement in which we will be taking the I will be displaying the message to the user so that user can also understand, like we want to take the input from the user. So I will simply give a message of enter a number. So let's write that code. System.out.println, and I will give the message enter a number. Okay, so the user can also understand that we are asking him to enter a number. And after that message, what we want to do is we will take the input from the user. So for that, see this thing very crucially, like we have to write here. First of all, as we are taking integer input from the user, I will write int as the data type. Then I will be defining a number, a variable, that is no number equals to. Now to access the input, we have to simply write sc, that is we have defined through scanner. I will write sc dot next int, like to take the integer input, we have to write sc dot next int. Okay, so now this code will work perfectly fine, and it will take the input from the user as an integer. It will take only as integer, not other data type, because we have specified it with next int. Now we can we have taken the number. Now I will simply write a print statement like to show the user like what he has entered. So I will write simply a system.out.println, and inside that I will write entered number. First of all, let me comment this one, that is printing the number, means the input. Now I will write here system.out.print, and I will write you entered, then a colon, and I will simply print that one, that is by giving a plus sign, and I will write no, that is the number variable. Now this thing, if we run this one, we can simply see that it will print the number that user will enter. Okay, now let us run this code. If you run this one, you can simply see that the code is running and it's asking for entering a number. Now you can see that cursor is pointing. So let me enter the number first. I will enter 5, 2, and I will hit the enter, and you can see this one that it has printed you entered, then a colon 52. This means our code is working absolutely fine. We can take input from the user and we can print this one. Now let us try to take another input, and I will write a simple code for making a calculation of addition. Okay, so you can understand that how to take multiple inputs also from the user and how to work with those inputs. So first of all, I am giving this one enter number 1, and I will copy the whole thing. I will then write this one, and I will write here enter number 2, and inside this one the variable I am defining this one number 2, and the first one I am writing is as number 1. And now in the print statement I will simply give the message addition of two numbers you entered, addition of two numbers you entered, and I will simply give a bracket here to do the calculation. I will write number 1 plus number 2. Now this thing will simply create the addition of the two numbers, and it will simply print. So let us run this code and let's see that is it working or not. Now let's make this one like enter this. Yeah, now it's good, and at a glance if you see I am taking two numbers input. First one is number 1, and then after this one I am writing a second statement for entering a number 2, and then after taking the two inputs by number 1 and number 2 I am simply giving a print statement where I am adding this 2 and I am printing this one. So let's run this one and let's see it. So you can see I have run this one. you can see that it is asking for enter a number 1. So let me give a number 5, and number 2 is also asking for us. I will give it let's give it 6. So hit enter, and you can see the addition has came. Addition of numbers you entered is 11. So our calculation is also working fine, and we can take 2 inputs also from the user. Now this thing, I hope that it is clear now how to take inputs and how to work with this one, and why it is essential to take input from the user to make our code user friendly and user interactive. Okay, so now what we are going to see is we will be like taking different inputs of different data types. I have showed you only one, that is integer. Now there are other data types that are like string, double, float, and many more. So we will try to understand like how to take different things as input. So I will simply write here enter a string. So this will like this message will show to user, and user can understand like we are wanting a string from the user. Instead of integer, now I will define here the string as the data type. I will write simply string. Then I am writing here text as the variable name, so you can understand this one simply. And after that I will write sc.next. Now you can see that there is a next int. So instead of that I will write next line, because next line is used for inputting a string from the user. Okay, so this one is done. Now I will copy this two, and I will paste this again to take the double and float. So first of all, let's remove this print statement, and now I will copy this two and I will paste it. Now this one I will give enter a double, so the user can understand that we are wanting a double, and I will change this data type to double. This one I will write double. Okay, double will show error. I will change it to point. Point is good. Now for this one, for double, to take the input as double, we have to simply write this one next double. Okay, so now I hope that you have understand, like to take integer we have to write next int, for double we have to write next double. Okay, so I will remove this int and I will write double. So you can see that it is also showing us that next double. Now the last one that I will show you, that is float. So I will write here float, and after that I will float value, and after that I will change the data type from string to float. Let me write here float, and after this float I will simply write here what to write, ft or lt. Simple variable lt is good. Yeah, and now to define the float one, it means to take the input of float, I have to write here next float, so it will take the float value. Okay, so now I hope that you have understand like how to take different inputs from the user as different parameters as different data types. So now I will give a print statement to print all these things. So I will write a system.out.println statement, system.out.println. Then I will write all the things. So first one is the number. I will write number, then I will give a plus sign, then I will give a separated by comma, and then the next one is text. So let's give a space with this comma so that it is understandable. Now I will copy this and I will paste it like for the text and other things. So now let's change this one. First one, second one I will change it to text, that is our string input. The third one I will change this one to point, that is our double input. And the last one, let me add the last one, give a plus here. Yeah, and now the last one I will write it lt, that is our float input. Okay, so now in this print statement, let me remove this one. Yeah, now in this print statement we can simply print all the things that we are taking input from the user. So at a glance, if I say I am taking input of different data types from the user through the scanner class, and I am simply printing all of them. to make you understand how the things actually work. So let me run this one. If I run this one, you can see there it is coming enter a number. So first I will enter a number. Let's give us 12. It's okay. Now you can see one thing, that enter a string and it is being skipped and it is coming enter a double. So why this thing is happening? Let us see this one. In the print of string we have given enter a string, and in this one we have given next line. See, whenever we have multiple inputs from the user, then we can't write it as next line. Okay, so for that what we have to do is we have to remove the line and we have to simply keep the next. Now if we run this one, it will work absolutely fine because it will take the string input as simple. So let us run this one and let's see just is it working or not. If I run this one, you can see that enter a number is coming. So let me enter 12. Then you can see that enter a string is now working. So let's give my name Rishabh, then enter a double. Let me give 12.3, then enter a float value. Let me give it 12.0. Now you can see that it has printed all the things. Whenever I hit the enter button, it has printed the 12, that is integer, then Rishabh, that is string, then 12.3, that is double, and 12.0, that is our float value. So you can understand this thing, that how to take input from the user and how to print them. Now if you have liked this video and if you have gained knowledge through this video, you can like my video and you can share it to your friends if you want. And last of all, subscribe my channel, and I will be posting regular videos daily basis, and you will be able to learn a lot of things from my videos. Now for Android development, Java is needed because we will be doing our Android development through Java. So yeah, Java is needed for that one. So I am creating videos for Java, and also you can gain a knowledge of Java programming. So I hope that you have liked this video. So that's all for today, and bye bye, have a great day.